everyone, and welcome to EGFH for 2019 Week 5 for Overwatch. Today, we have a best-of-5 match between the Sheehan Titans and the Woodstock Centaurs. I, of course, want to thank our wonderful sponsors, the Yukon School of Engineering and the Yukon Gaming Club, for helping make this season possible. My name is Kevin Navik-Dignan, and today I'm joined by Mick Cornmeal. How you doing, Mick?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. A great day for some Rocket League action. Wednesdays are always a fun day of the week, and, well, what better way to spend it than watching a little bit of competitive Rocket League?
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't disagree with you on there. I mean, I'm always, every single week, I think I look forward to Rocket League the most. To be fair, I think I look forward to just casting any game the most. But, like, Rocket League's fun. It's always hype. It's always energetic, and we get to see some fantastic plays every single time. And the teams are, like, constantly improving. Week by week, we just see these players get better and better.
I couldn't disagree with that anymore. I mean, just from casting, what was it? It's either week 1 or 2 to coming back now. I'm really excited to see how these teams have progressed, how they've grown, because I've definitely watched that Sheehan Titans, and I've seen the Centaurs play a little bit as well. But getting into this one, ready to go.
Yeah, we are definitely ready to go here. And as we were saying earlier, we have the Sheehan Titans on the blue side with Type the God, Mixo, and the last player is completely blanking from the other one. Wall Python. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Observer, for letting me know that one. Oh dear. And on the orange side, we have Travel Chained, Airspeeds, and Papa Baggings, as per usual, for the Centaurs, as we almost see the first goal come out by the Titans at the moment.
Now, there's one thing
Go for it.
Well, I was going to say is that one thing I saw about the Sheehan Titans when I saw them play the first week I casted them, right off the rip there, though, the side of the Centaurs come out flying. Wall Python gets up high and flying, puts that one right down inside of the goal. Of a mid-touch there from Travel.
Yeah, no, that's going to be goal 1 coming in, 36 seconds into the round. So, I mean, that was pretty quick.
Very quick indeed. And what I was going to say is, you know, I kind of just got ruined there by that goal from the side of the Centaurs, but the Sheehan Titans had a lot of offensive pressure the last time I watched. They were always getting the ball right in the middle of the field. They were making those infield passes, but now an offensive play here for the side of the Centaurs is going to be almost ruined there, but now a chance to go for airspeed, taking it the other way.
Yeah, and airspeed here, trying to push it back, gets it past one defender, chips it up to the air, gets it past another as he does set it up for his teammate, and Papa Baggins is going to score that goal, bringing it one to a 1-1 even here, with not even a minute into the round, 59 seconds. They retaliated so quickly there.
They did. They retaliated fast, and I love that pass from airspeed up off that back wall. It didn't allow for Mixo to get up in the air, to get the touch, to save that goal, allow for a beautiful ball high up in the air, where only his teammate could go ahead and get it.
Yeah, and yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that one. That was a really well thought out play there. They played to their advantage there, using the boosts that I think they were hoping that the opposition didn't have the boost that they needed to catch them, and they definitely made the right call on risking it out there and playing somewhat overly aggressive. So always good as airspeed here, sets it up to Papa Baggins. Papa Baggins chips it over, gets it past one defender once again, running it into this corner. Are they going to try and repeat it? Oh, it does get intercepted by Mixo this time though.
One thing we see in the high tiers of Rocket League all the time is the pace of the game. When the game is faster paced, it allows for more mistakes from the defensive team, but it also allows for mistakes from the offensive team. It's really going to come down to who's going to capitalize on those mistakes and who's going to be the ones who can pop these goals in. But so far, the Sheehan Titans at 2-1 compared to the Centaurs 0-2 have looked absolutely, completely garbage at this point as another goal goes in. 2-1 here so far in game number 1.
Yeah, no, this is really, really, really good for the Titans here. They came out again, really, really strong. And like you were saying, yeah, the Titans at the moment are 2-1, whilst the Centaurs haven't won a game this season. This is the 3rd game that they're playing. And it's interesting because every other season, this being the Titans' first season, every other season, the Centaurs have just done so well. Like, they've managed to, I believe at one point back in Season 2, they had like a 7-win streak.
Really?
Yeah, they were dominating, but they have had some player changes, I believe, on top of, I guess just people graduating, losing some players, bringing in other players. The chemistry isn't quite there, but again, every week they seem to be improving, and I would not shoot them down or put them past getting a win this week. It looked like they almost went for a second goal there, but Airspeed seemed to have second-guessed himself and didn't want to commit for that shot.
From the side of the Titans, it seems like they're playing almost a little bit scared. Very, very passive defense. not a lot of aggressive pushes on the offensive side. We saw one pass from Airspeed that got the Baba Baggins when he was able to put that one down in, but ever since then, it just seemed kind of clustered. Every team so far, it seems here, has been double committing to some degree. And we saw it from Mixo and his teammate a little bit ago where they were in middle map. They had an easy setup to try and push that one to make a play over towards the middle map. And then you saw on the defensive side there, a double commit there, and a bump comes out from the teammate. Mixo's going to put this one up. Is he going to be able to take this one into the goal? No. Airspeed's going to be there for the save.
Yeah, Airspeed was definitely there. He was waiting patiently. And that's the other thing that the Centaurs have been doing really, really well throughout the weeks. Even though they haven't been, like, winning games, they haven't been losing them by such a large margin that it's embarrassing. They've always been really, really close. They've just unfortunately not been able to get the last goal to get ahead or bring it into overtime. But they have been playing really, really patiently a lot of the time, and they have saved some goals that looked borderline unsavable.
Again, it all comes down to that aggressive play style. One team's going to be able to make the other team and force the mistakes out of them, and if it's unfortunately on the opposition of the Centaurs, so be it. But those are the type of things that you have to correct, and so far here in game number 1, it looks like they've been doing a lot to try and correct those mistakes.
Yeah, they've been playing, they're very, very close to this game. They're only 1 goal behind, a minute left onto the clock. I mean, we saw it at the start of this game. We saw 2 goals within a minute, so it's 100% possible for them to come back. I mean, and it's the first game in this best of 5 series, so even if they go down 1, they might be able to bring it back. You know, warming up.
Oh. It's interesting to see between these teams, like, which players are going to be using the Nominus, which are going to be using the Octane. As you know, in Rocket League, all these hitboxes are a lot different, and they allow you to make a lot of different plays, but, you know, seeing a car that kind of is reminiscent of the Batmobile, I believe it has actually the exact same hitbox in the Mantis there. You know, what does that allow another team to do in terms of getting that position down, or maybe making a flick play to some degree?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, right? It's kind of refreshing to see a game that isn't just dominated by Octanes.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Because, yeah, we see so much Octane. And again, it doesn't stop until the ball touches the ground. And there it is. Game 1 is going to be going towards the Sheehan Titans.
Textbook game right there. They had the lead. They kept it almost the entire match. When they were tied up, they were able to go ahead and put it on. What they didn't do, though, what they did do is they were able to keep that pressure over towards the side of the Centaurs, and it allowed for the Sheehan Titans to really progress themselves and take that game.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree there. And yeah, I believe that it was slightly... I think the Centaurs need to be aggressive, and I think this is the different thing. With their change of players and things, they've become a lot less aggressive and more... They seem to switch depending on the situation, which is... There's definitely nothing wrong with doing that, but they seem to just lack on, like, the commitment to aggression.
I can see where you're coming from. And I really do agree with that. But here we go. Game number 2 underway. Kickoff going to go to the side of the orange for the time being, but should be Tebet God. Going to be up and flying, ready to get the touch. Baba Baggins off the wall. Can he make a play here? It's going to be interesting to see, but it is going to be saved back out towards the other side of clear. Can he take it the other way?
Yeah, Type the God here, taking the ball here, trying to push it onto the sides of the Centaurs here as Travel Chain knocks it back up a pass, getting it past 2 of the defenders at the moment, but we are going to see All Python playing that goalkeeper role and trying to clear this ball out, but he isn't going to be able to, unfortunately, as that was very fortunate that Type the God was sitting in goal.
That might have been the worst choke possible goal I've ever seen in my life. He had a wide open net. His teammate was right there to make a play right next to him. Unfortunately, he just hits that ball a little bit too far into the left side, but that one, a way missed opportunity with a little boost while Python wasn't able to make the save.
Yeah, that'll be a goal there coming out, and you gotta feel good if you're the Centaurs in that situation, right? You score that goal, you're ahead now, you have the momentum, and now you're gonna try and control the rest of the game.
It's a great time. It's a great time to be a Sheehan Titan fan. It's a great time to be a Centaurs fan. If you see the progress that they're making here after this mid-game, or after those early game adjustments, so as I say that, while Python goes and scores a goal of his own, he makes up for the blown save right there with the limited amount of boost, and he puts it right into where no one can touch it. A beautiful goal there from the side of the Sheehan Titans.
Yeah, the lovely splash effect coming out there as well always makes me giggle. Rocket League has some great cosmetics.
They do, man. I gotta give it to them. This is probably one of the best game where there's cosmetics in the game, and, you know, above all, not pay to win.
No. as we do see them trying to score into the Centaurs goal once again. There was a lot of pressure being put in, but Baggins seems to be able to get the lead as he whiffs and misses the ball on the bounce back. Oh no.
Those are mistakes that you cannot afford to have if you're the Centaurs. You're already down 1 game here inside of this best-of-5 series. You have an opportunity to take it the other way and make some plays. You try to get a little bit of a defensive save there, but it's really not enough. The ball's still in your goal, and another double commit from the side of the Centaurs is going to allow them to push up on the opposite side from the Sheehan Titans. They're not able to make anything of it now that they're going to be having to play defense back in their side. Beautiful touch there, almost goes in.
Airspeed there, looking like he was trying to go for a bit of a breezy flick. Not going to be able to connect with it, unfortunately, but that setup was looking really, really nice.
Oh, is that what that's called? A breezy flick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
There you go.
Somebody got over towards the middle map, trying to make a play for the side of the Sheehan Titans, but now almost a beautiful touch there from Airspeed. He seems like he is living up to his name a little bit there. He's very, very active in the air, and he seems like he has a lot of control under that car.
Yeah, Airspeed has definitely lived up to his moniker time and time again. When we've seen that man go off, he really does go off. His aerial shots have been absolutely phenomenal, and like I was saying, I know for a fact that he's been practicing plenty of flicks recently, because I keep getting DM'd about it, and so I know he's been putting in the work and been trying to perfect certain like shots and techniques in the air. And, you know, it'd be nice to see them pay off.
It really would, especially in a game like this. Like, we love to see flashy plays on stream, and it's so much fun to, you know, kind of hype it up all the time. But what does it do for a morale boost for the other, or for that team that makes that nice shot? Like, you've got to be feeling good about yourself. That's got to bring your confidence up. I know when I hit one of those shots or something like that, even if it's a nice little air dribble off the ground, like a little, you know, ground to air dribble, it feels fantastic. My body just feels like it's ready to say, open up and say, Oprah, come get me. Like, I don't know what else I could say there. It's just a magical feeling.
You know, that's a very interesting analogy. Not sure it'd be one I'd come up with, but you know what? You do, you cornmeal. As we are going to see the Centaurs here attempting to put on the pressure onto the Titans. Not going to be able to, though. Wolfpiper manages to clear it off, and immediately it gets intercepted by Airspeed before I even finish my sentence.
One of the things I saw from Airspeed right there was that he put it up, but not only was it over the goal for the other team, if they didn't get a very, very small touch to kind of carry that momentum in a different way, Airspeed had made a flick to touch the ball in such a way that it put it in a perfect position for his teammate to get it, and no one from the other team would have got it because they had a triple commit on side of the defense.
Airspeed is very, very, like I was saying earlier, he definitely puts in the time practicing these things, and will just sit there in the practice mode and just take shot after shot, getting used to them. So, and that's the kind of commitment that you want from one of your players.
Yeah, especially when you're playing from a sponsorship from the Yukon Gaming Club. Like, how could you love it? But I mean, right there, the blue side of the Sheehan Titans, another goal to go for them. They go up 2-1.
Was that own goal? Was that not going to go in? And like, oh no!
Oh no!
That was extremely unfortunate. As I believed we saw Papa Baggins there tapping the ball into his own goal, was trying to save it. A bit of a blunder, as they are going to go 1 goal down. They could have brought this to overtime, but now they've got to play super aggressively and try and get this last goal in the next 40 seconds, or game 2 will be going to the Sheehan Titans as they get caught. Oh my goodness!
How in the hell did that just happen?
I mean, miracles do occur as a goal isn't found by the Titans there, giving the Centaurs a chance to try and make it into overtime. Oh, my heart is racing.
Not 2, not 3, but 4 different chances to score a goal there for the Sheehan Titans to put them up put them up and have a 2-goal cushion. Not only would that have pretty much sealed the game for them, but that would have been pretty much a deal breaker for the side of the Sheehan Titans to possibly take this entire series. They look good so far, but Airspeed almost
tried so hard there. If he had a little bit more boost, he would have ran away with it.
Oh my god, like, I want to touch up on one thing though.
Go for it.
The Centaurs had such a good game, not even a good game plan, but they had such an ability there to try and put that one, not even forcing it to overtime, but to take a goal and go up 2-1 there, opposed to the Sheehan Titans going up 2-1. That own goal there not only was a detriment inside of game number 2, but puts them at match point to where now the Sheehan Titans, if they win this game 3, they'll take the series they'll sweep the side of the Centaurs and even demoralize their morale that much more, as they'll go to 0-3, and the Sheehan Titans will be boasting a beautiful 3-1 record.
Yeah, I mean, my heart's still racing after that almost extremely large blunder occurred, but they did manage to not score, and again, they gave him plenty of chances there to catch up. Oh, that was a time. As we're going to get into game 3 here, the first demolition comes out, airspeed destroying Mixo as Type the God plays it slowly. Baphomet is intercepting him mid-air, not going for the ball, but actually going for the opposition there to knock him away from that attempt. As airspeed, oh my god, look at that speed.
You know, one thing I keep seeing is the Centaurs, although airspeed keeps setting them up for all these shots and all these plays, one thing I'm noticing is that his teammates aren't just in good positions to make a play on the ball. Every single time I've seen it happen, his teammates have been either too far back, not enough boost to make a play, or just flat out of position. What I want to see from the side of the Centaurs to make adjustments here is to get in position when airspeed is pushing up. They know what he's going to be playing with, they know where he's going to be, and they know that he's going to be making plays for the team as he's done every single game here so far.
Yeah, no, 100%. And he has been, like you're saying, he has been doing that. He's the captain of the team as well, so he's making calls. And unfortunately, it seems like either there's a bit of a communication breakdown and he's just going for these flashy plays and there's no communication between his team. As we see the Titans score a goal there. I mean, Type the God just kind of walked that one in.
He did. I mean, if you look at Travel right there, he had an opportunity to go and try to make a play on that ball. I'm not sure, again, if that was that lack of communication, whether he thought someone else should have been rotating back, but he was the last man back in that line of defense. He has to make it and go for a play on that ball to at least try to prevent a shot from the side of the Sheehan Titans, or else they're going to keep getting free lickings, free goals every single time they go down the field like that. A great push from the side of the Sheehan Titans, and another blunder from the side of the Centaurs that could cost them the series.
Yeah, I mean, this is match point now for the Titans. I don't think any of us are going to disagree if we see the Centaurs run it back so we get to see more Rocket League. Nobody's going to complain about that one. But so far, it is looking like this may be a 3-0 for the Titans, them having already their first goal of this match point game.
That looked like such a cluster truck on the backside over towards their backside goal. Like, you had 3 people from the side of the Centaurs piled up, all bumping into each other, trying to go for the ball, and not one player from the Sheehan Titans was able to make a play on that ball. Not only does that show the lack of maturity from the rotating side of the Sheehan Titans, but it also shows a weakness that the Titans have, and that weakness is trying to make those striker plays on goal. Obviously, we've talked about it already. The Centaurs' defense isn't the best, those rotations aren't the greatest, but the side of the Sheehan Titans, if they want to go ahead and they want to win this Rocket League tournament, this Rocket League that we have going on here, they have to make better coordinated plays. And as I say that, though, Type the God, he's going to be able to put that one in of a nice little angle from the right side.
Yeah, Type the God there, managing to get a really nice angle shot there. That just went straight in. Like, there was an attempted save there by, I believe, Travel Chains, and it just did not connect, as they are going to find themselves up another goal.
Kickoff. A little bit of a fake there from the side of the Centaurs. A nice little communication play there as we do finally see some of that working out. Airspeed with a beautiful save off the wall, comes down, diving like a dolphin into the goal. And now Airspeed trying to set up his teammate once again, but the Sheehan Titans are there to make the defensive play. Now, it's going to be all the side of the Centaurs over towards this blue side. Not going to be able to make the goal, though. Type the God is going to be able to pop that one the other way. And now the offensive plays once again for the Sheehan Titans.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fantastic escape coming up from airspeed there. That was very, very close, as we just see this constant pressure on the Centaurs by the Titans. Like, they really are not giving them much chance to breathe, and that's exactly what you were saying, right? You force the aggression, and they have to play back aggressively to try and make those mistakes, and then you exploit them.
I agree with that 1,000%. I don't think I could have said it better. I mean, you just look at how the Sheehan Titans are playing. Once they get that ball down over towards the orange side of the Centaurs, they're able to play in towards middle map and have control no matter what happens. They're always able to get the clear out of their blue side, play the pressure, and if the ball does go back the other way, there's always one rotated back. But airspace, can he go ahead and... Oh, airspeed. Can he go all the way and get that one?
I mean,
but you know what?
The rebranding,
it kind of fits, though.
Here it comes.
It kind of fits.
I mean,
just think about it.
That's because airspace is a literal term.
You know what? We're not talking about that right now, okay? We're talking about the rebranding of a play. Okay,
well,
that might have been the worst defensive play right there. That might have been the worst defensive play. Let's go ahead and break this one down a little bit here. He pops that one up over towards his own goal. Travel just drives straight up the wall. I don't know if his controller disconnected or maybe he plugged in his keyboard or something like that. He just drove straight into the goal, trying to score himself as opposed to going ahead and saving the shot and maybe having at least, you know, only 2 goals to come back from. But with a minute left, they have shown no offensive pressure here inside of game number 3. I think we can call this one over. I think the fat lady is calling my name right. Actually, I think I might hear her singing.
I mean, you know, as unlikely as it is, we have seen 3 goals in 40 seconds before. So I don't think the fat lady sings until we hear that buzzer coming down. I'm going to be honest with you.
You know, the fat lady kind of started singing when Type to God just kind of put that one in.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
if she wasn't singing already, she's absolutely just constructing an orchestra right now. She's literally I can't speak.
It's not looking too good.
Forget me. I'm canceled.
You have
I'm canceled. I haven't slept.
So if they want to win this now, they need to get 6 or 5 goals in an average of 6 seconds.
I think it's completely possible.
I mean, you can score a goal in 2 seconds in Rocket League. If you get it in the kickoff and it goes straight into the goal.
Well, you got to do that about 6 times or 5 times rather for the side of the Centaurs. But with the way they're playing right now, it just does not seem like it. Airspeed is on a completely different level than his teammates. And, I mean, from what you've been saying, the practice that he's been putting in is completely clear. It shows in the gameplay, and his teammates are lacking to make that up. The Sheehan Titans will take the series 3-0 over the Centaurs, boasting a 3-1 record, now putting the Centaurs down to 0-3. And, well, it seems like it could be jeopardy for the league now.
Yeah, I mean, in this situation here, the Sheehan Titans are pulling back further and further. Or putting forward even further and further. A completely different direction as we do see them win the series. And I don't know if you have any closing words on that one or if you pretty much closed it all out there, McCornfield, but go ahead if you'd like to.
The cornfield.
McCornmeal. Oh, no. All right. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in to week 5 of EGFH Fall 2019 with the Sheehan Titans taking the victory. You can tune in about 3 hours or about 7 p.m. EST to watch Alaskan Overwatch. And of course, we'll have Overwatch tomorrow at 4:15 EST. You can follow us at @OfficialEGF on Twitter and Twitch for updates and announcements. And I'd like to thank our wonderful sponsors, the Yukon School of Engineering and the Yukon Gaming Club for helping make this season possible. My name has been Gavin Navitkas-Dignan, and I've been joined by Mick Cornfield.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. And, thank you for having me once again. I really appreciate being here. It's been great.
And we will see you in a few hours.